So I'm so excited. Pardon me. Just waking up, into the new dream era play in the movie. You wouldn't believe what I can see now, you guys. Yeah, the backdrop scene. Oh my God, and I'm sorry, but I don't even know if I should be talking about this. Okay, let me just talk about the technological base, like this thing that you're using, the iPhones and computerization, but mainly your communication, the very real kind of fluttery, how about this? The money, right? Imagine how active that kind of gets after a while, right? That's now it's really, now you can talk about inside your app, right? People can leave me a message or in your Cash App or any of the other apps, right? And so it's very active. In other words, it's the pulse of it. It's frequency. So, but did you know that technology is going to aid in kind of harnessing up the I people? Because it's iPhone, and so it's my phone. It really is because I am a third eye open warrior. But all of you can have access to this, and you will. It's just now what I know because of I kind of know. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Pardon me. If this is just waking up, kind of, or just still kind of dream sleeping. In fact, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. So, what part in the movie do you play? How is your movie? Are you okay? Well, let's get back to your iPhone and your communications device, but just in general, we have technology, right? This is a big technological movement, in case you haven't noticed. It's quite the distraction, or whatever it is, satisfaction, or can't get no, or. But what we're looking at is programming. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, you guys. But yeah, getting back to the technology that is left that helps the organism start at an evolutionary scale that is like, okay, let's say right now we see that the majority is like down equal to snake shit dwelling in a wagon rut. I mean, we have cameras everywhere, which is a technological base, right? But people are disgruntled about it being around, and it's like, well, I see what I'm trying to tell you is the delicacy of being self-aware, a self-aware society. See, you like your narcissist subject matter because it's interesting that there's right. That's what the narcissist is a non-self-reflecting person. I mean, the worst of the worst are that way. And I don't know about you, but I see a lot of it. I mean, I see too much of it. It's not well, now they are indeed AI. Yeah, they are a form of AI. It's the AI that you worry about. Like, oh no, AI is gonna go into every little thing. Like they said, it's gonna kill God and stuff. It's gonna really be geared up like that. And I find it kind of impossible, because if it's gonna work really smoothly, it would go along the lines of flow more, which indeed, our language kind of does that if you do interfacing, if you do the decoding system. And that's a highly technological interfacing system sent from benevolent beings that live in outer space. Yes. And money is a computerizer that it's hijacked. Well, the good thing is that the language is on there, so that if you were to try to communicate to, like I say, ideally, minute 7, with the Epstein files open, which it's not Epstein files, babes. They're doing an intergalactic move. See, if you can imagine revolutions that would have to happen now, whether or not they had the technology then to, we don't have proof that they didn't have, they did or they didn't. But see, in 2,000 years ago, 2,026 years ago, when Christ went through the judicial system, was complaining about taxes and stuff. And also, no, there were pyramids that were up 3,000 years before then, and they were probably kind of still chugging away in some areas. I don't know. So just use your imagination. What I'm saying is very real, because, well, first of all, if you think on your own, you'll begin to come up to with some of the picture with us, babes. It's not impossible. And short of getting my chalkboard right now, it's just I get excited sometimes. But what I'm telling you, this little story, is the truth about what's actually taking place here on the planet via the humanoid, which is extraterrestrial. And now we're talking about the white people, the black people, the yellow people, the red people, the brown people, the purple people, and the blue people, right? The purple people. No, this is all supposed to happen. Now, this is one thing I was going to let you know is very, very, very interesting. And you may or may not know this, but if you watch your sci-fi out there and stuff, then you might be able to just handle this story about how that, okay, so this realm that we're in, the way that the entire civilization looks, coating the globe, that has the technological base that is the same that I am using, right? It's kind of the big thing. It's filling up the landfills over there, full of cell phones. Well, Star Trek with the screens, right? But see, now, do people consider that? Do you have your own channel? Maybe not, maybe yes. See, that's very important, though, that that's happening. 100%. Yeah, and there might be a quickening of information that starts to flow. With Uranus going into Gemini, it kind of points at it. And somebody might figure something out about something that it begins to, well, it quickens the process of starting evolution. And see, they did. See, when they sent the vaxes, that's all part of it. You wouldn't believe it. Right. Yeah. See, that's a synthetic goo. Now, see, because they want to be able to extinct the human being that has the capability of logging in, grabbing the iPhone and saying, that's my eye. But this is good. This is all predetermined, though. See, in the movie, just like the fucking Terminator or something, the woman is like, okay, this is the future. Or something. And I'm telling you, I am from the future. Yeah. And these videos that I'm giving you about, when I talk about the future language that's there, which is very fun. It's a very fun situation that's left after, I was trying to tell you, with the realization that that the human being is here, having grabbed the technology through this vibrational frequency, really, it begins to rise, and there's no question. And there's a lot of warring going on because a lot of collapse is going to go on uh, with the changing of the monies. $333 trillion, $333 trillion, $333 trillion, just $333 trillion will be redistributed by way of keeping the technological base that might be running. Yeah, of course, it's run through free energy weaponry because there's going to be such destruction of the old grid and stuff. I mean, literally, babes, it's like you thought that Paradise, California, or what happened in LA was bad. We're talking about globally a wipeout. I hate to tell you. And for a lot of yous, this is about the good time to ask for Christ Jesus. Well, can you help me out? You know, if I just forgot or I don't know if there's a possibility that I can be salvaged, just do it. Be specific. Tell her to give you a sign. Don't worry. You know, I mean, it's difficult. It's a difficult subject matter to see because we see war all the time, right? Like, all the time. Think of how many people are wiped out all the time. And this is no different. And this is actually, see, in World War, the Civil War, you know, it's a weird war because the civil, you know, it's like what? The people that were together there, they started fighting amongst each other. Well, what was that? It's basically the same as how that AI, which would be maybe the narcissist, you know, but it happened that there was clashing and something masterminded something. Well, first of all, it doesn't help to kill the leaders, the real life leaders. And then deception would take place, right? I mean, just people are held in captivity. There's the Stockholm syndrome, right? Where it's just like, oh, no, well, now you love your enemy. You know, it's sickening. It's just disgusting. And and with that, see, you have a very lower base, like vibrational frequency, intelligence. You know how the narcissist is just kind of, oh my God, it just seems like they don't learn a lot of things that you think, oh no, it kind of gives you the creeps, you know? It's like, shit, they're pretending to be human. And they really bug you, man, because they're jealous of you if you indeed are human. See, that's the truth. I mean, narcissists are not human. That's what the, and so it's a non-human backdrop. And so I was, see, I don't want to get on the women's case anymore. I notice I'm not getting more likes, but see, I'm just dialing in on something that is so profound. I'm going to keep talking about it, you know. So, like, because what you see as a backdrop out there, like when you go out there, and if you're awake at all, babe, I mean, I don't know how vividly you see it, but I see it fucking vividly, man. It's like, oh. See, if you back away and look at it planetarily, like, oh, there's tons of planets. And there's tons of possibility of the evolution of human consciousness happening. In fact, yes, that's what it is. It's kind of a little, a massive place, like the universe is a massive place where people are evolving. It's an evolving, it's like just a huge experiment where, oh yeah, there's a lot of technological base, but see, all of that machinery is, of course, babes, the whole thing is freaking, it's hard to explain. But anyway, see, but this part, this neck of the woods in this place is really interesting, man, because it's not real. It's weird. It's not real. It is as good as a video game. I'm not kidding. And you hear this a lot, basically. No, there's plenty of literature and people talking about, you know, it's like, well, you know, why we go to sleep is because we go to another realm, we go home, and or we kind of touch up. It's like we get out of we're in the boxing ring, and then bing, 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 we have time to go to sleep, go to the corner, and we're like, they're like, ah, are you okay? Well, what happened? You know, yeah, no, it's me, man. I'm fucking cool. Whoa, daddy, mommy, okay. What are you gonna do now? Oh, I'm gonna fix your heart a little bit, blah blah blah. And they're all sleeping at night, and wake up and it's like, oh no, round fucking 9. Hopefully it's not that bad. I don't know about you, but I had a great old, jolly good old fucking time. And it's getting really interesting now because now we're stepping in. It is coming. Pardon the noise in the background. My cat is kind of in heat. And then the gray cat, I think he's fixed, but he's massive. And they're doing like a microclimatic, like alley cat scene, man. Like, you know, and it's just hilarious because none of them know what they're doing. She doesn't even know, even though, I don't know. But he's like, oh, oh poor thing, right? I think he's castrated. So anyway, so guys, I'm trying to tell you about, okay, so the backdrop, just the human being itself, the aperture. See, your is a PC and it's programmable. So see, when you think about that like that, when you go and look, babes, people only think that they are striving to get cars and stuff. That's just like it's like a suggestion that went in and said, let's just do this with the fucking organism. And they're doing it, but like you can just cash all that out and bring some other thing in there, you know, that they'll can be programmed into and see uh according to vibrational frequencies, I don't know, like the ability to like, okay, your consciousness level. See the way that these these space balls or spaceships, because they have seen them. They've recorded them and they interfere in the crap that goes around here. And I saw one. They go so fast that after a while you wonder, how do they control those? Well, they're controlled with human consciousness. I mean, it's just as good as babes. It's controlled with like the ability to see or something, right? You're just like, okay, and now you just know how it feels. You know that you are clearing the atmosphere. You're now going 190,000 miles an hour, and you can hit warp speed. And by that time, you're hitting the right wormhole, and it'll be just within minutes that you're on Venus or something like that. Really? Yep, that's really what's going on. See, they won't disclose that. You want disclosure? See, disclosure means doomsday. Yeah, the real disclosure. Well, see, what happens this time, as far as this time, if there is a this time, but see, as far as this place here, how that it's an experiment that, like, these massive spaceships, which is, it could be anywhere from just a canister that you will save a bunch of people or even animals in. See, they'll bring them in and out. You don't even believe that, but it's true. Yeah, that's how they were trying to say, well, we're going to store up a bunch of species inside of underneath the ice over here. And like, oh no, the mammoth is extinct. No, it isn't. There's a planet mammoth somewhere, and they can like scoop them up over there. I'm not kidding. And that's what they call like the heavens. You go up there, and it's like there's a layer of all of this stuff happening. And ultimately, guys, it's a vibrational frequency kind of strata or whatever. It's like it's a dream world. Really, the 3D. You know, you just don't see it, right? You don't see the fucking outer space. We can hardly know if we've gotten out there. They landed a canister. Is that a real picture, or is it just Arizona out there, right? That's what they talk about Mars, right? But in fact, Mars it's operating malefically with all of this technology in tandem with what's going down here, and it really is like it's trying to prevent the simple thing from happening, and it's going to happen. You see, there's only so much they can do as far as interfering with human consciousness, like the evolution of human consciousness. See, what happens is that a human being grabs the iPhone, they say, I got it. No, I get it. And this whole new language and stuff, see, this is how it goes, babe. It's simple as this. Can you do this? Do you have the cojones? You know, the Aries is the one who's waking up and we can do this, and this is exactly what it is. That's why they call it a spiritual warfare. the warrior, the Aries, is just sick and tired of being bullshitted, man. You can't really bullshit the Aries. We're like, babes, we've actually been working really hard for you. We've been putting 210%. And you're still going to say we don't, it's never enough and you're fucking poisoning us and everything's getting sick, right? That's the monetary system now. It's like, why doesn't people question it? That's another thing that the Aries would be like, so impatient. Really, we're just going to start, you want to talk? They're going to start talking. It's kind of like the headbutting thing. Excuse me, have you been using your head lately? Fucking A, man. No, so what you see out there tooling about, like with the, oh my God, with the endless cars and stuff like that, like just that run, that whole maze, the run, the career ladder, all of it. That's programming. That's like, let's make them do this. Nobody really thinks to strive for that. They're programmed. I wish you knew what I was meaning. Ow. I knew that splinter stuck. A little bit. I have some pretty hard wood over there. Anyway, see, you see what I'm saying? And so what you see out there as the backdrop, like just as a drove of just, it's a trip like how you can back way up off a city and it starts to look like a computer chips or something. Or it's just like this pulsing thing. And I hate to tell you guys, but that, you know, I was trying to tell you about how that, in fact, it's okay. It's a video game. See, evolution is trying to happen here, right? That's what you hear. It's like, well, why is all this here? What's going on? And even the malevolent stuff, like how that, okay, so there is a military that feels like, oh, they do. It's here. It's the draconian and or lizard occupation. It's fucked up. We're going to get rid of it. We are. Yes. We're identifying it now. It's just the way it goes is that that's part of the cleaning and the evolution process. It's hard to understand. But see, like, okay, so their scene is that they do things that it is pretty gnarly. No, it's very much diabolical. Yeah, no, it's not allowed to do what they do as far as intergalactically. It's kind of on quarantine here. They can't really, well, there's a stuck race here. Yeah, they call it the stuck race, and now they borrow human flesh to make this backdrop. And you want to know where the broke out civilization is. In fact, it's in front of your face, running the cameras, and it's hijacking. See, they have to play fair, and they have. See, if you imagine the TV sets were trickled onto the population after. See, there was a massive catastrophe. I don't think it was hardly 2026 years ago. If you just think about it, why is that year just like, it's that? And they do try to tell us that it's because of a cycle going on in the cosmos. And it's like, yeah, but then there's the 26,000 year cycle, and there's all kinds of cycles. I think but this is a cycle that we see with our very own eyes. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And it goes up to 2026. And we can kind of go in our minds and go, well, fucking go count backwards in case you have getting ready for real trial. Your fucking psychological evaluator is going to ask you, would you please count from 2000 to 26 backwards? And I will. Just give me 3 tries. That was a trick question, and I'll just boom, 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 boom. I'm a musician, so I can just get this rhythm, and I'll get to it. Back to figuring out what the fuck happened that long ago. Big time catastrophe, pretty much. And it was deception that took over. That's why you would even have. Well, they're like, well, let's see if they believe it's that long ago. Because it's always right now. And once we figure that out, see, that's what the iPhone thing is all about. To figure out how, like, okay, so babes, once that the organism separates itself out, it's a huge separator. Yes, it separates itself out. See, they're kind of doing a shadow, like it's in its shadow phase right now. And it's not going to look pretty. Not for the next 20 years. There's where you see, some people are going to be not making it very well. It's going to be a bummer. Yeah, it's going to be a time where there's going to be, we'll see. In fact, because of who I am, I'm in danger, and I've already experienced it. See, they only can do so much. Ooh, Shauna, what? Parasitical entities that take over human bodies and spiritually possess. See, the diabolical people that are just bent out of shape, they're unhappy and they want to undermine you, or they operate kind of maliciously or cruel, or like they just choose to hate you, I guess, right? No, that's a fucking total. I'm telling you, that is it's predetermined. It's supposed to happen that way, because where we're at right now, I'm telling you, I'm trying to tell you, the time, like how you go to sleep and you clock out of this time place. It's hard to describe. See, we are getting close to a whole paradigm shift that says, yeah, some people get it now, and then they wipe out a lot of people that never got it or something. And see, I'm not kidding. On a massive scale, globally, like at the same time. What's left is the advanced people. It's all races too. It's not, what I mean is all colors. It's just the human. The human will be left. And they're now, see, their perception is accepting. They're like, oh my God, we got it. We got the iPhone and $333 trillion. $333 trillion? How? Well, $333 trillion is in the hands of the enemy, who has been operating in deception and winning the video game. And I'm dialing in, your master, the leader, the owner of the earth, universally. I own the universe too. Language. Your language has in it, first of all, you have to be very specific. This is going to come up. More and more hand movements, like for me, because Gemini is going Uranus is going into Gemini. It's going to trine Pluto. It's gonna, there isn't any stopping me. I'm just going to be pure entertainment. Pretty soon, the people that are crying wolf around me are going to be just, it's going to stick out. And we have a problem though with the backdrop scene. There is a big problem. That's why there's going to be something kind of, it seems destructive, but it's like, no, pull up out away from there, my children. Just run for the hills. Don't worry. Those spaceships that looks like it's killing humanity. I know it looks like a narcissist. It's like, no, they are safe. Some of them will pull you up and say, you're okay. And is that Jesus? No, that's just somebody who knows the right vibrational frequency. And your maker. It's very technological. I hope that you understand this. Don't know when I'm going to post this. See, this is on Hardly. Oh my God, this is the day that it happened exact, but no, it's happening now. It's the Saturn going into Aries, conjuncting Neptune exactly. And I'm telling you, it's hard to believe me, right? And I don't care. You got to be with it, babe. See, first of all, where are you? Yeah, see, since they put the cameras up, it's all kind of used against you guys. Whoops, ouch, my toe. I just crammed it. Um, if you just think about it and look at it, they do have a bunch of cameras up everywhere. Who knows how clear they are, you know. But indeed, they are hooked up, though. You wouldn't believe, though, how clear they can be, though. Really, it's space technology, babe. That, okay, let us have some. And when yeah, I'm in a movie right now. I come from the future, and I'm telling you this, and you don't believe me, right? And that's fine. But I am ordered to dream, and I order you all to dream. If anything, try to, little goats in the world, sheep, my little sheep. Um, Try to just have fun. Go back to being kids. Yeah, because then you'll see to be able to live better. Yeah, within the whole realm that will be changing. Babes, it's going to be so different. They're going to do a complete amazing thing. See, they could collapse the economy. And that means that the organism lost. We can't let it collapse. See, with the Epstein files open, pardon me while I look at my kitty. She's like totally in heat and she doesn't know what the hell to do with herself. She's like, please save me. What's happening?
Ati, ako mangina mo, aso sa at ni lolo. Oh,
So, otherwise, babes, if the economy collapses, that means you lost a video game. And they're sitting over there with $333 trillion. Yeah, $333 trillion. You mean $333 trillion? Well, it's just business as usual. And they do pick on the very fresh part of the possibility of the human potential, right? Which is you have a complaint of the Epstein files, which is humans, little babies that are there. They can be programmed and they look for God and stuff and there's a lot of pure energy and it's disgusting the way that it's happening. That's why the spaceships are like no problem. I mean, you would be that way too, though, right? If you want to do a little sacrifice, so that who may live, hun? Well, this time it's going to work. Well, the technology, there's enough technology now that can televise a literal rise in people who are not people. It's the rising of the Christ and or Buddha. It's just somebody says, excuse me, I would like to have a conversation. Something looks really lopsided. No, really. Come on, no, really. And see, if enough people do that, you need enough sheeple. No, it's not sheeple, babes, it's people. See, because there's some people that are highly advanced that will be like liaisons and stuff from the Pleiades, and they know about the language thing, and they start really working with uh, uh, ambassadors on this plane, and they start see it's already there. It's basically it's like thank God they figured it out. It's totally predetermined already. But no, if you don't get what's in the uppercase and then the I part and about flow and O and stuff like that, I'm telling you, I'm serious. It just says like this is the way it is when you're a benevolent, when you are uh, generous. I don't know. It's when you're human. It's the vibrational frequency. Dang, I have this splinter. It's so small, and now I just because my eyes are out. I don't know, and it just seems like I just have to go to the hospital now or something. It's just I don't like, right? I'm really sensitive. I do have a lot of Libra. I don't talk about that, but man, it's so fine. Yeah, no, that's what's really happening. There's a process of evolution that, of course, technology is hooked into it. And it's going to, see, money is a technology. I was trying to talk to you about like that like 2 years ago. I don't know, I've made a lot of videos and now it's like video time. Because Neptune rules videos, man. Neptune rules the fucking dream. I hope you guys are getting into the dream. Can you participate here? I don't know what I have to do to convince you about well, sometimes I'm getting lazy here and I'm supposed to do brain surgeon style quality, endurance and concentration and focus. But it's getting easier and easier only if I'm in trance and I just know. It's the entrance way through to outer space, what we hear coming inside of the capital letters is from benevolence, is a beautiful woman, by the way, that says, this is simple, kiddies. Just stay in your playing, but be in your real, authentic self, which if you haven't noticed, there's a lot of he and she going on, and, well, you'd be surprised. There's E.T. and there's lies and, well, everything. It's all there because all the words are there. So now you can, if you want to use the whole word, capitalize it. I mean, you need to take the freedom to capitalize anywhere, anytime. This is in case You want $333 trillion? Yes, $333 trillion. Well, why would $333 trillion? We don't care about what the fuck was on in the holla. Babes, it's just a big sifting going on. You've heard of it. It's highly technological. What I'm supposed to do is somehow I go global. Like people, like on a massive scale, it is seen. It's like, what is this? And but I'm telling you, by then it's curtains. I really don't know. See, I'm being ordered right now. See, I'm doing a channel right here. I'm channeling. And really, it's just, I hear it. See, the reason why I didn't tell you in that one video, when I said I was going to tell you about your account number, how it looks and everything, it's just, it doesn't matter. I just know that I last through. See, I'm one of the few that last through. See, if your consciousness can handle it, you can handle that fucking civilization being wiped out. Because first of all, you're like, it's fucking, I don't care, because they didn't treat me that well anyway. It doesn't even matter if you're black or white. They don't even like their own people and stuff like that. So fuck that, you know. And so it's like a big reset. And then all of a sudden, no, by that time you're receiving healing and you're like, wow, you made it on top. You have your iPhone and you're like, woo. And then, but see, there's a massive fucking shifting around of material in the form of creating like almost like another national monument site that is basically that says no, you don't really plant, but it's a very technologically based thing. But see, that's the machinery coming in and saying now let's rebuild what was always here since the Egyptian time, Machu Picchu, whatever the weird stones and stuff. That's the stuff. That's my house. That's my home. I'm a woman. That's what I need. And the machinery, pfft, babes. That's what we're talking about. And only the benevolence can handle it. It's like, nah, let's just do a great job and hand out the goods. And what the hell? Fuck Santa Claus. What is this shit? $333 trillion. $333 trillion. 333. Oh, you're going to fucking never forget that little hymn. And I don't know what to do. I'm making a new playlist that says, okay, this is what happened. This is like after the eclipse. And this is my new me that's trying to say, babes, okay, I'm just kidding. You're not on a fucking technological base that's worth 333 trillion. It's not a weapon. It's just here so I can just say, well, by the way, my cat's in the background. She's in heat, and her friend, well, he's ballless. You don't have any balls, I guess. He's a stray cat that made it to me. He's like, I like your place, and I'm like, cool. I know. I'm kind of more coherent. The poor animals out there, man. Narcissists trying to have animals, you know, that's why they have to have fences and shit. Because, oh, it's just a quagmire. There will be extermination. They start with the fucking vaccines. That's, I'm telling you, I would love to keep explaining to you that how that they speeded up a war that's actually spiritual warfare. Yeah. It's very much more the biggest one going on, and screw what's going on with like with the backdrop. They're trying to steal the fucking patents to some other place over there or something. They're stealing more like minerals. They're trying to hijack uh I want to say the bases, that the technological base, like resources to keep a benevolence uh in ownership of it all here. Let's see if it loses hands down to the very organic place of the human occupation, then that's when they can blow up the entire planet. They just say fuck that place. You've seen Star Wars, right? Where it just like Obi-Wan Kenobi and they're all talking in the spaceship, but Obi goes, wait a minute. And it's because their planet blew up, and he's like, see, he didn't really want to tell his buddy that That's kind of what happened to that planet over there, and they had to kind of make an escape. But he's like, no, let's go over here. And they were gonna. I don't know what the fuck that movie was about, right? But they had to go to the star that was to the moon. I think it looks like the moon over there, right? And yeah, see, if all goes well, you won't believe it, but in 80 or 90 years, probably 100, they're going to blow up the moon. Yeah, because that's a portal. That's where the draconian and/or it's a portal. It's hard to explain. It's interdimensional. It's a lot of interdimensional here, and that's how with the Gwen towers. See, that's an invisible vibrational frequency, and they are jiggering the wires of people, just the biology to trigger off and be diabolical. I am not kidding. And there's where you'll have your narcissist or somebody like that. Maybe they took the vaccine, and you'll see them pretending to be a human, but later, when they see they can't get the energy from you right or whatever it is right, you're just like, dude, can you just have a real conversation or something like that? You'll see them go just like sink in, and 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 the light, they don't have a light, right? It's a fucking it's spiritual possession basically. Yeah, this is getting it. This is it. It's happening. It's best to just speed up and let's get this going. They talk about God over there, and I want to know what the truth is, what you mean there, and I will be freeing up a lot of people if they can handle their own fucking freedom. A lot of them are like, I really would love to go. And I guess they think like they're gonna go and sip a martini in Tahiti for the rest of their life, and it's like, fuck. I think it's what they've been doing with that kind of thing, where people just run like that. It's like a death throw, and so they're like, let's just go around the world and do all this shit with the chandeliers inside of the each room inside of your fucking cruise ship, and it's just disgusting to tell you the truth. Trash. That right there, yeah, that's on its way out. It's like it's gonna go, and at least the fucking parasite tried. You know what I mean? With all its money, misuse of it because it's a computerizer, and you can you can make a population do something completely different with their fucking enslavement. I don't know. When we get the money back using the iPhone, we might result to that kind of thing. See, with the $333 trillion, it's going to be weird. No, it's going to be totally different. People will understand some things. I don't know. Oh, see, it's just like that movie you saw, Independence Day, where they can flash and they can wipe somebody's memory. That's exactly it. That's what's happening here when people are born here, but see, they'll do that. And they will start them up again. It's like somebody like me. See, the humans that have acquired, see, you wonder how do you control that entire population to start managing itself in little cultural places that, you know, you can probably have them help build, but then implement new technologies with the cement and the foundation. But see, that's what you have in the cities. Like right now, like you could see uh, in my old hometown, the buildings there, some of that cement, some of the cement, that's highly technological stuff. They don't make that stuff anymore. It doesn't last anymore. See, it's the stuff that's like, ooh, that's from more technological foundation, like intelligences that are more like gonna leave a monument there that says we are more otherworldly than anything. And so, because this is indeed just a realm here, and I'm trying to tell you, it's very predetermined, the programming. I know, babes, that's the problem. When I'm showing this, okay, I'm showing you mainly The birds and the words part. If you were to be able to comprehend all three spectrums, the guarantee is that you'll be able to see how it really is. See, right now, I am definitely from the future. And you wouldn't believe the frequencies that are in the air right now because they are inducing a huge thing. See, I'm from the future because I know that, no, yeah, that those spaceships are coming, babes. They are fucking getting ready. I know that sounds crazy, huh? No. If you're really paying attention, see that you can't label me crazy because look at this. Not going a little bit too far out here. This right here, it's actually a sign of a fucking alien. Not an alien, an extraterrestrial. I'm somebody who has all 44 strands of DNA lit up, and I can be like lifted up, and they can wipe out civilization, and they can say, now would you please re-enter in what we need to know? Like, it's more like an ambassador. You go around and you say, well, in this particular cultural area, right, the monies will go like this: 75 cents a day. We're only working with $333 trillion. $333 trillion. It's just $333 trillion. And we have to use, but we have to use, and that's a lot of money. Remember, Grandma? Yeah, I remember when milk was 5 cents. No, we can get a loaf of bread and some butter and some milk for 5 cents. And yeah, that's the way it will kind of go. Yeah, kind of like that, kind of. Pay the people to do something, but more advanced than milking cows or something like that, though, for sure. Yeah, because they will be that way. They'll be a little bit more advanced. Like, video game playing, fucking all of a sudden now we all drive a tractor kind of thing. There wouldn't be no such thing as like one person going to the hardware store for 75 years. Those people are holding ground for the fucking, good for you, for that fucking evil $333 trillion carrying. Like, they hardly even have to use any of it, right? I mean, they're only paying themselves. I mean, when you fucking follow the money, I hope it didn't make too much sense to you here, you guys. CENTS. I need to go jump in the shower, and I hope to God winter time comes back here. I just need a little bit more time, but that was divine timing that I had a little bit more. And anyway, this was recorded on 20th, and I'm putting it way up there, probably on the 28th. You're seeing a bunch of videos that are coming up, and definitely, if you see me laughing really hard, it's that's not normal. That means I've definitely been contacted by something that has pulled me up out of the, because the world, it's hard to laugh when you really see the world, like, if you really catch a whiff of the world. Woo, woo, man, man. I'm glad you guys don't, because your soul will just jump right out and say, excuse me, and your body will drop and be like, I didn't really want to go there. I like what they're doing over there behind, where is that? Anywhere but here. I like what they're doing at the Orion Nebula. Is there any other, let me think. Ah, yeah, any sun will do. Any sun will do. Let's do it. Bye. Why? Because it's taken over by, it's terrible. They're thriving on crap. I mean, look at how that we watch, not we, babes, it's not me, it's not my friends. It's not my sheep. No, it's the the YOU. Just the aperture that's programmed. Oh, it's malevolent. Look how they watch horror movies for fucking entertainment. And they're feeding on lead metal being fed into each other, and it's like, well, what's the point? The thing is I don't see any laughter there. Do I have to get my chalkboard? I'm pretty sure I do. I can't believe it. I can see right in the future, you guys. I can see the future. It's because it's just, that's the way it is. Now, if I can ever understand it for us, and so that it I mean, like what I mean is like to, well, I'm right now what I'm doing is channeling, and it's actually for the future. It's for future judicial purposes. Believe it or not, they can't prove me wrong of what I found about the English alphabet. It's totally harmless. Why would they cut my head off about it? Well, I'll tell you why. That's why I'm trying to encourage you people while the Epstein files are open. You guys are supposed to go in the courtroom, but you're just not, are you? Because those are your chairs over there. Taxpayers, a bunch of buildings, in case you want to take part in human evolution, babes. We've never had it at this point where it's like, okay, tune in to Star Trek and let's get it all going. They started with TV, but they can't hide the real. See, TVs was they had cell phones a long time. Babes, this is timeless, actually, timeless um, technology. But you know how that it arrived on Earth. People knew Tesla, and he was the one who channeled and brought it in and said, "Look, I'm pretty sure we can do a transparent security system only if you're a benevolent being." Though, see, he was always disappointed because somebody was there saying, "So we'll pay you 10 cents a kilowatt." And he said, oh, oh, "You can't put $1 on this because it's forever energy, so I'll charge you a penny." He's like, "You guys, this isn't even for that. This is in case you want to have an awesome civilization, man." And then we're looking at the free energy, like we were looking at he's like, "Well, because I have gravity free spaceships, and don't you want to do that?" And it was probably like a big gag, man. We don't even know half the fucking story. We got some of it here because, well, how did it get here? Well, they have to fucking come up with a story, right? They have to come up with something. Look, we have Elon Musk over there, babes. Those people, all right, I hate to tell you, and this is like a part of the movie that is obvious too. If you just think on your own, the men side that's stuck here, Elon Musk, and you see them doing the political parties, they're basically stuck here. They are not the human race. They are the non-human entity that is hijacking a lot of stuff. They kind of do stuff good. I don't know. It takes a long time. They're really they're never really gonna figure it out because they're so bent out of the shape, and they don't have their leaders there. They don't have benevolence. They're all diabolical, and that's why fucking Elon Musk, he's shitting his pants. He's like, this is no good. AI. He's like, AI, the actual the machinery that's coming up. He's like, this is fucked up. This is gonna. He's like, yeah, it's bad news, you guys. I'm honest with you. The world, it's gonna be destroyed. And me, benevolent beings were like, good. Get rid of that fucking cesspool. I can't believe it. Wish me luck. I'm gonna go. I have to go. I have a splinter. I need to get to the. I don't know how I'm gonna get it out. I think I need an ambulance. I think I'm gonna go to the. I feel like I need intensive care right now. I'll be right back.